question. May I start, Doctor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the first question I had for you was, is Vata, Kapha, and Pitta, are they genetic?
It's almost like a genetic constitution because we are born with a particular type. We are dominant in one or two elements, and that
Okay.
stays with us all the time because it has a good impact on our personality. Of course, on the mind, we can definitely, because mind is flexible. So, if you feel like you are a very Vata dominant person with a Vata mind, you can change your mind. So most important is to understand the dominant element in you. That means your digestion will work in a particular way, or it's like if you're a Vata dominant, there'll be more dryness and lightness in you, so your body weight will be more light. There is more risk that you can have the qualities of those elements. One important thing to understand is this: doshas. Doshas means something that is wrong, right? It's fault.
Right.
So that means if you have two, if the doshas increases, it can easily manifest as a disease. That's why it's called dosha. So we
Okay.
all have all the five elements. It's just that we have some dominance, and that can show in in our personality, or if we get sick based on what dominant doshas we have, there's more chances that we have that kind of diseases.
Okay. Thanks a lot. There's some questions here on the chat. Would you like to do it directly?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay, fine. There's one question from Mr. Barinder Sethi.
Yeah.
He says, "Can we get the presentation or the literature for this procedure for detox? This whatever you're seeing now and whatever you've seen is actually uploaded. It's recorded and it's uploaded on YouTube. So you can always go back and you can refer to these slides again to do your detox." So
Okay, the next question is, can one consult with you privately? Please, can you share your phone number, email ID? My email ID is on my website, rasayana.sc. So it's just info@rasayana.sc. So you can mail me there. So that's the same question. Next one is what Binaji asked. Are these doshas related with the time of birth? Very informative session. Thank you. Thank you, Rupaji. Again, the same question.
yeah,
Let
about the
me
PPT.
PowerPoint, yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
would
that
be the
will take
best?
care of. Yeah.
Sorry.
You can go on with the rest because we will post it in the group, so that's
Yeah.
no problem.
So, what would be the best Ayurveda practice of medicines for diabetics? So, I think if you have diabetes, it's best to go to an Ayurveda doctor, because it depends. We have different kinds of in Ayurveda. Diabetes is called prameha. So you can have a vata prameha, vataj prameha, pittaj, or kaphaj prameha. So depending upon, again, on your body type, you will get treatments accordingly. So that is the beauty of Ayurveda, because it's very individual. So diabetes is a disease, but then the treatment can be different for different person. So my 9-year-old daughter's bowel movements are irregular. Often she doesn't pass stool for 2 days, or sometimes even 4 to 5 days. Sometimes she passes alternate days. There is no pattern, and she doesn't complain of any pain or anything. See, first you have to see that how her eating habits are, what kind of food she eats. So first we have to correct her food habits. So this looks more like a vata imbalance, and you need to also see that she doesn't have any underlying, stress. Like many children have these issues, that they can have constipation because you have the urge to go to the toilet. You go to school and you don't want to go to the public toilet, and then many kids, especially girls, will hold on to that natural urge, and that can also create constipation. So you have to first make sure, before giving her any medicine, that she's drinking enough water, she's well hydrated, she's not controlling her urge to go to the toilet, and give her ghee. Like, you can make whatever the consistency should be. The food consistency should be like, stews or porridge, that kind of consistency. And you need to add ghee to her food. Ghee is a very good, just warm milk with 2 teaspoons of ghee will also help to go to the toilet. But first you have to see that she is well hydrated, she is not eating too much of dry food, she's not eating too fast, because that also you take in a lot of air, and she's not controlling the urge to go to the toilets. That's most important. So yeah, and start with a simple remedy, that is just a glass of warm milk with 2 teaspoons of ghee before she goes to bed. Yeah, that's the end of the questions.
Yeah. Is there any other question that anybody would like to ask? Please unmute yourself and feel free to ask. So this is a question, Doctor, which I was talking to you prior to actually starting the session, which was that you said that heat digests toxins, and you said that exposure to sun, wind, and is very important. And I was. Is that the reason why in Ayurveda they make you do steaming?
Yeah, it's also good. Steaming, of course, it opens up your channels, especially the respiratory system. It's not directly affecting your digestive system. But for example, any spices that will produce heat, all most of the spices are heating spices. So it increases your pitta, and pitta is holding the fire in our body. So that's why it helps, it promotes digestion. Any exercise will promote doing some light exercise. So all this is like helping you with digestion, or like exposing to sun and exposing to wind. But they are not considered as the best way of langana. In langana, fasting is the best, and then digestive herbs are considered as the best. Of course, sun exposure is good. When it comes to wind, like we say maruta sevan, atap is sun and maruta is wind. But just going out, taking fresh air, it's also a good langana practice. So we say that after meals, because that is the kapha aggravating time, kapha increases. So you should take, we call it chankraman. Chankraman is just like walking in the garden, not like fast walking. So you should do that also immediately after you have your meals. It will promote digestion. So that's all these activities is helping you. Hmm?
Right. What is the doctor? What's the best time to eat fruit?
Fruits you should have separate. Like the best is like middle of the day, because morning is the kapha time. It's so cold. Fruit is sweet and cold. So you should eat fruit not along with the food, but separately. And I would suggest middle of the day is very good. Around 10, like you should have some gap between the breakfast or lunch. Hmm?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, one more question. Is it okay to take juice between intermittent fasting? Yes, you can do that. So if you juice is easily digestible. So depending upon, like, if you don't feel very cold in the body, you can have juice.
Hmm.
You can have like green juice, more like with the veggies, and maybe add 1 or 2 fruits. So not making it too sweet. Bitter greens are best detoxifying when it comes to taste.
Yeah. I've also, doctor, I've been of late taking a very diluted sort of, lassi, very buttermilk, but very dilute, and having that every day. And I find that really helps my digestion. Is that
Yeah.
true?
It's
Yeah.
very good, because we say buttermilk is the best drink, that takram we call it. So takram is the best drink immediately after meals. So that's the only drink advised in the Ayurveda text that you can have after meals. Because you should not drink water immediately after meals. You should wait 40 minutes. 40 minutes is the precise time that's mentioned in Ayurveda. So after you had your meals, you have to wait, but takram you can have. It promotes your digestion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so you can
interesting.
add some spices to that, like black pepper, and even the person who asked me for the child, for after lunch you can have takram, but not if you had a person who eats meat, fish, you should not take takram after that. So it should be mostly after vegetarian meal. You can drink takram. You can add some spices to that. A child who has constipation, you can buy ashtachurna, or you call it hingvashtaka. uh, few a pinch or like half a teaspoon in the buttermilk will also enhance the digestion. So you can do that also. Yeah.
Okay. There's another
Takram.
question.
It's called takra. T, not sakram. Takram. Yogurt is very heavy and cold, and yogurt is something that you should not eat every day, and especially not in the evening. In the Ayurvedic text, yogurt is not good to take it every single day and in the night. Buttermilk is the best. Yes, you can have buttermilk immediately after lunch. Not only it helps with the digestion, it helps to assimilate the nutrients also. Is the best treatment if you have irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's great. Any more questions? Anybody? I think we have actually answered everything. Is there anything else? So we are past 8 o'clock. So thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta. I must
Welcome.
thank you for all the information that you gave us. I personally learnt a lot. I mean, the fact that there is a spiritual angle to fasting, and that was something that really, really resonated with me. You talked about Vayak Vrut and Manasik Vrut and Vachik Vrut. That was extremely, enlightening. And I also I think this is this really actually everybody talks about intermittent fasting and the timings. Nobody actually knows what's really a good timing. So you said that between 10 and 6 o'clock is actually the best time for us to do that. So really, I think we all of us listening here should actually try this fasting out. And I think it will be relatively simple to do a khichdi fast. And are these, when you say khichdi fast, can we do different types of khichdis, or is it only a combination of dal and rice and not anything else? You said vegetables should come towards the end of
Yeah,
the
you
fast.
can make it the basic detox recipe that is with mung bean or mung dal and rice, and then add spices. You can change the spices every day to get a different taste, and you need to have a lot of ghee. So ghee, especially, so that because mung beans are very dry, and for vata person needs more of that. So you make a basic recipe, and then during the post detox, you can add vegetables to the recipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um, there's still one more question that Veena
Yeah,
is asking.
sabudana is also good. So as I said, there's no fast rule like you have to only have this particular thing for khichdi. In the south of India, especially in Kerala, you take is medicated rice porridge, like we call it kanji. So that also we use for detox. So it all depends, like what food culture you have and what suits best for you. You should try that. And as I said, detox can be or langana. You should actually, we don't have any word like detox, but it is langanam. And if you want to feel light in the body and mind, and you have to eliminate the heaviness, so that means you can go for anything that suits you and your lifestyle. Okay, like for example, 10 to 18 suits most of them, but a pitta person can wake up hungry because they have a lot of tikshnagni is there. So for a pitta, they can't manage to wait till 10 o'clock. So it all depends. Like that's why I said in the beginning, it's all depends on your state of agni and how much ama you have. Sometimes you are not fit for doing the khichdi detox. If you're already depleted and emaciated and very tired and exhausted, then you should not do the detox, but you can do always take some digestive herbs. Hmm?
Thank you. Also interesting was the fasting during season changes. It's really interesting to understand that there are seasonal fruits and vegetables that come up, and it's a nice way, I think, to detox and then go on to something different. That
Yeah.
movement from one to the other. So that's
Yeah.
also a very, very interesting learning. Thank you so much. There's plenty of learning to do, and I think we should all actually do the detox and see how good we feel after that, because we would have lightened our bodies tremendously. Thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta, for taking the
Thank
time,
you, Vinaji. Thank
and
you all.
always a pleasure to have you on, talk to us.
Same
Um,
here.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. Just for the information of all those who are here today, we will not be live this Friday, 26th February, and also in the following month of March. All of March we will not be live because we are updating our website and our processes to better it for the future. We've also sent across a questionnaire to you to ask you what times suit you for having these webinars, what days and what timings suit you. And we'd appreciate if you can actually fill it up and send us your feedback. It's a very, very short questionnaire. It won't take you more than 2-3 minutes to do it. So please, we would really appreciate if you can do that, and we can tailor make our programs to suit you. Thank you so much. And at Rtambhara, we look forward to your presence, and we will be informing you of when we go live again towards the end of March. Thank you so much.